spots outside of Pierce County, and, you know, like Josh said, they might be able to take one, they may not be able to take any at all, because they still need to be down there.
Are you including Rolette counties?
I did put it out to Rolette County yet, kind of seen, and with bringing it back in the spring too, they could reach out to different agencies at that time, so.
So half of yours will go.
Half of our officers will go, and then the other half will go in the springtime. So, I hope it's a positive event, I hope it gives our officers a little bit of confidence. I guess that's what I'm looking for more than anything, in dealing with people that present with mental illness. Unfortunately, we have a mindset at our jail that when someone comes in that is bizarre in their thinking, bizarre in their behavior, the first thing that Darren or myself will hear is ship them out of here. You know, get them out of here. Which is, you know, foundationally pretty correct, because it's a liability that we really don't want. But when that's a Pierce County prisoner, we can't ship them out. We gotta deal with them. You know, we have to deal with them, we have to deal with the liability that comes with housing them. You know, like I was reading the article, and Fargo is the only facility in the state that has any mental health staff available, you know? So, we're not the odd ones out here. You know, even if I want to implement a mental health program or have a mental health professional here, where am I gonna find them? You know, last time I was at a conference in Bismarck, there was no psychologist west, you know, of Bismarck, not one in the state. So.
Well, even if you don't get a big turnout, it's probably even good just for our staff. You know,
And that's the focus. I mean, it's our staff first off, and open it up and, you know, recoup some of the costs, you know, to help offset it a little bit, but if it is only our staff,
it's well worth it.
you know.
Yeah, it is worth it.
I think it's great to reach out to social services. I think there's been a lot of collaboration, even inter-department here, which is important, you know, because social workers have a lot of resources that we could probably tap into at some point out there too, so.
It's probably a good program for just about anybody to go to, tell you the truth. Because I think, you know, everybody probably has experienced something like that in their life.
Other than that, the contract renewals, majority of them are all coming up here January 1st. So yeah, basically all of them except for 6 or 7 of them do get renewed or start again January 1. Guess I don't know quite yet what I plan to do with that. I mean, some of these counties, McHenry County, Wells County, if I understand correctly, they essentially had some skin in the game when this place was discussed, right?
It was just a little.
They did pony up some money at that time, or just for the feasibility study?
Yeah,
Or?
it was very good.
Okay. So, I mean, there's gonna be increases, and what I'm trying to do, like what I did with Ward County, is I went on a 2-year contract with an increase built in for the second year.
With who?
That was what I did with Ward County.
Oh.
So we went up to
Oh.
$70 a day with Ward County, which started in November 1 here. And then the second year, I think there's like 2 or 3% increase in there. So I think I'm gonna do the same with them, but
How much of an increase?
3%.
How much of an
I
increase?
think 3%.
3%.
So, but, a lot of these are really small. Sheridan County, up until this weekend, we hadn't had anybody from Sheridan
Oh,
for
yeah.
6, 7, 8 months.
Occasionally get one from them.
So I mean, some of those counties, I mean, they'll realize that even if their rate goes up, it's not gonna be, the utilization rate is so low that they're not gonna see too much of an impact.
What does a county like that do with their prisoners? Don't they have it?
Southern half goes to McLean, the northern half comes to us, or somebody that doesn't fit the norm for McLean. We get a lot of their females from Sheridan, which is rare, you know, 1 or 2 here and there. Nothing, these don't stay very long either. They're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so.
Yeah, and their population is pretty small.
So that's where you come down to how many you're gonna actually have, how many prisoners are ever gonna have, you know,
Mhm.
pretty low.
suggestions with rates as we go into the new year. We've got everybody, got a couple at 70, a couple at 75. You know, the $70 become our baseline now, going into the new year.
I think,
You guys want to do it with the city of Rugby? I'm sorry. $70 about the baseline, you think that helps?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way about that far then. And build in a 3% increase.
There's no minimum
year
also.
after.
well, 3% is nothing to, I mean, for the few days.
There's so few.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
You guys want to do with Pierce County? So that's coming up here.
Yeah, I think we got your direction.
Do have one contract amendment that came across, CBM, our food service provider. You know, we're in a contract with them, and they continue to have personnel issues out at our facility. So what they would like to see happen is they would like to increase their wages to their workers out there, hopefully to maintain the quality workers that they have and attract new quality workers. But of course, for them to increase their wages, it has to fall back on us basically to help offset that. So their proposal is a 15-cent per meal increase, which would be effective though until the summer of 2017. So we
How
won't
much is a meal now cost?
it's all based on the population. So let's say our average is somewhere between 111 and 120. That's one of the 111 to 120 inmates is $1.41. $1.41.5 per meal. So
That's
then it would go,
pretty cheap.
so then it go to about 56, about 57.
And you want to raise it 15
That's
cents.
15 cents. I mean, I just looked at our average population, figured we're probably gonna cook 120 meals 3 times a day. You're looking at a $20,000 impact to us.
Yeah, I suppose,
You know, but,
Well, what is the alternative, you know?
kind of back to 2 meals a day.
you know, their initial approach was 40 cents a meal. And I said,
Oh, wow.
So if you want to do that, we'll find something to do. They backed off on that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like much when you start talking
No,
about
no,
it,
no.
but then when you add it up, it is.
It's 3 meals a
Weekly
day.
bill is only about 38 to 4,000 per week. What the bill that I sign off on. So you got about 12,000 a month to feed 123 people, 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
CBM, you know, ultimately, other than Grand Forks, I think CBM has most every jail in the state, other than the ones that are small enough where they still use the local cafe or,
Yeah.
you know, they cook, you know, they, Mercer County was doing basically microwavable meals, you know, that they're gonna change, so. Josh and I kicked it around a little bit. I mean, I think 15 cents a meal is probably reasonable if it meets its intended goal of retaining quality staff or attracting new staff that's gonna be valuable.
Do you have people right from the community here that work for them, or do they?
Both of them do, yeah. Our kitchen manager, Jamie, he moved from Minot to take his job, and he lives in town now. And Sarah lives in town, so, you know, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I do need a signature from Elaine.
And you said we're going back to
Uh,
2017?
No, it's good until June 30th of 2017, so we won't have to renegotiate it this coming year.
Any complaints on it?
Yeah, always. You know, it's never enough, it's never of a high quality, you know. There's always.
I got my first compliment this week.
Yeah.
Two on Sunday that they made something that was different and they really liked it, so there's potential out there for something good too.
Yeah, they do some really good ones that really make people happy, and then, you know. So, I believe that's all I have, yes.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Actually, I guess one more thing, and Karen had indicated yesterday that our salary study guy was not gonna be on site today, and, I mean, this has just been, as you guys know, it is, it's no fault to anybody sitting here. I mean,
No.
a year ago, you guys did the right thing, took the initiative to put something in place to get a better idea of where we sit. I don't know where you guys stand today, but where we get to the point where decisions need to be made, and regardless of what that person does or doesn't do, I don't know.
We're frustrated, I think we will find out something soon. It's really frustrating.
Do you talk to Tanya? Is it Tanya?
I called Tanya when he called me and said he would be coming, so she's putting pressure, she feels bad because she subletted it to him. But I pretty much told her, I said, I think the board is getting really frustrated, I said, if we don't have it by December 1st, I just have the feeling that you're gonna trash it. So she was gonna relay that back to him.
Is he not well again, or?
He's got some of it done, but he didn't have all of it done. I don't know what he's doing really.
I would like to see some of it anyway.
So hopefully, I scheduled for
Oh,
December,
yeah, I know.
we'll see.
Tanya did, she knows that December is the end, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it a year this November, is that where we're at?
July it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, but they've been working on it for a year, have they not?
Yeah,
Are they gonna reimburse the county for anything? I
we
mean,
haven't
would
paid him
we-
anything.
Oh,
It'd probably be hard
How-
for us to write that check.
yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, wait a year to write that.
Well, McHenry County had this done. Who did they?
Somebody else.
They had Fox Lawson, cost them $10,000.
Be better than.
And I know he's done Welsh County, he's done Ramsey County.
Is he trying to do all these different studies simultaneously? Is that what the problem is?
I don't really know what he's doing. I don't think he's doing anything.
Fire hydrant, what's up with that?
We tried taking it apart, we couldn't get it loose, but the guy's coming from Watrous next Monday.
With the equipment that'll get it, what's the
Yes. But he might come like later in the morning, so. But I'll let you know.
What's that on?
Take that, we gotta turn the water off, take that fire hydrant apart.
It's leaking.
Our ranch wouldn't do it, our ranch will. We did it like at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right, any questions?
Okay, thank you. Unless there, did you have something?
I know. All the major things are still going. A few things are falling apart. A few things are wearing out, which is normal.
Yeah.
It's at 9 years old.
That's
Some of
all.
them she's had the same belts on for 8 years, and it's like, oh, where'd all that go? Well, my stuff broke. Well,
So she'll have to return the other ones.
it's pretty normal. Normal routine.
It's on her now, I got you.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
all
wears
I-
out.
Yeah, all bad guys here.
Guys got an easy meeting today, Joe?
What's that?
If your employee evaluation didn't show up, you should have an easy meeting today.
Yeah.
We were out 2 hours last night. Got a little break?
Yeah.
Wasn't an hour. What's that? Wasn't an hour last night? No, it was about 8:30. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I was thinking wrong, wasn't I? That was a record.
Oh, you were done by it?
8:34 or something like that? Unreal. Never before happened. Well, I think Chickers had one of that short ones.
I think one time it was 40 minutes.
Yeah. So
A lot of them didn't come to the volleyball game.
Oh, did we win? Did we?
3 out of 3.
Oh, wow.
He knew the score though.
They did?
He knew that we had already won 2 at that time.
Well, he had to put his priorities first.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
He's gonna be like Wayne, he's going on vacation on Friday.
What,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Going to Spain, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not going there.
No, I wouldn't either, Dwayne. There's a place in the United States, isn't there?
Well, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
But we have been over to Europe, but
It's all old, isn't it? You been to Norway?
no, not yet.
Not yet, huh?
If I go overseas, that's where I'm going. I don't know. And,
Go see why your ancestors left. And if you look at that rocky farming land, you probably understand why.
yeah. Have you been there?
No.
Oh.
My daughter wanted me to go, and I just think, it's old. I like new modern stuff.
Yeah. Roddenberry. I don't know if I really want to go.
We can go to the Vista Fest.
Yeah. They can move there.
They want to come here more than that, yeah, exactly right.
You know,
No doubt about it.
what are you gonna do?
Trying to slow down, but don't know how.
That's okay.
Get like you.
Hell, a year from now, I'll only have a month left.
Oh, yeah, that's right, December, isn't it?
Because the election is gonna be about, I think we move over 2 with leap year. Right? So next year, the first will be on Tuesday, and you can't, yeah, it's the first Tuesday after the first Monday elections.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Election day.
Then you get on the city council.
Yeah, I think I'll retire, 75 years. Yeah.
Then what are you gonna do? You don't know how to quit either. Don't give me that much. You're gonna be bored.
You know, yesterday, my neighbor, Maria, she called me yesterday morning, she said, Wayne, do you think you can clean my job?
No. Really?
So I did.
Oh my.
Well, heck, yeah, either that or they go on.
This is the older girl,
Yeah.
not the younger.
Oh, no, Judy asked me.
Judy did. Really?
Yeah.
She's not capable?
Well, it's too much. She's been sick for a month.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, then you got what's
I got a phone call on this one bill.
Okay, so I did.
Well, at least he had the last nice day of the year.
Yeah, and that's right. too.
Yeah.
No,
She didn't call you today.
Yeah.
Here's another one, Rick.
Okay.
What about the knot wrench on the nail out there? The wrench doesn't fit? That hydrant?
No, wrench twisted.
Well,
I didn't get it loose.
Really? Now we get it.
You bring that different wrench. That can work.
Oh.
He's the sales rep for the watch hydrants.
Make sure you get a locator when you dig that up.
I don't want,
I think there's a lot of power there.
I don't want anything that's 10 to 12 feet deep.
It's not too bad. Better than it could be, I guess.
I think it was,
Don't be
forties.
deep, you'll have to get Steve.
It's at 39 on my way down.
What's half the
It's
road?
at 39 on my way
39.
down, yeah. They approved that road, or that for Sandpiper.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had it with
we looked at it.
It looked like it fit to me too, I guess I just wanted to make sure.
Good start to the.
Sure. They're gonna start on the construction of the approach soon, or we don't know? They haven't told you anything
They
yet?
haven't sent me that stuff yet.
They're just getting their stuff together.
And then that project in Hillside Township, Randy wanted to know, is that gonna be done yet this year, or do I need to say no? Because he sent me an email last week.
The permanent work stuff?
Yeah.
No, I had told them before that.
Okay, so I'm telling him, so that we're ready to close out and PW 9 for the alternate.
The emergency project?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because last time I talked to Randy, actually, he had said, we talked about requesting an extension, because you have to request an extension. And he said that he talked to his person that does that, and they said, actually, you probably can't do that till like January, February, when it's closer to that deadline. But he said we can start putting the letter together of why we need an extension of, like, because of the process and the conditions, and that obviously, you know, even though we got approval in November, we can't start for late October. I guess it was, we can't start construction this time of year. So, yeah.
The first thing is what you guys want to do with this zoning, you have to have a process, and achieve it, council meeting.
Okay.
And then the other one is the rent,
What?
is a rent out.
Oh.
No rain for this morning, huh?
It's just
No sprinkles. It was raining more in Ottawa, actually.
It was wet, you know, when I backed my pickup up, it was dry underneath, but it was wet all around, so it was very, very wet.
Well, they had forecasted snow and stuff for today, but they changed that a little bit.
It showed snow west of,
Did it show snow west?
I don't know if it's in the ground, it's blue. And that's where it should stay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fine with me for a few more weeks yet, anyway.
Till March.
Well, I like a white Christmas, but I guess I can survive without it too.
Yeah.
Morning, Jess.
Good morning.
Rain it up there?
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, the snow was in Montana, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. We can stay there for a while. A good while.
Let's do this for another month.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
would. It
Okay.
would, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, 9:30 and Jessica's on.
Hey, I got a few things here today.
Okay.
One is the first estimate for Junietta there. Let's see, you guys probably have copies of it too, yeah, but I'll just need Dwayne to sign. I brought 3, but one for you, one for me, and then one for the contractor. If you guys want to take a look at it, obviously, but choose your candidate there.
Is that project done now?
No, no.
All but done.
No, they may be blue topping today depending on conditions out there, and then gravel hopefully this week. And they're working on fence yesterday, so they still have, permanent signing to do. The seeding, I'm not sure yet how, if we're gonna get that in or not, and I'll have to visit with FEMA first too to make sure what their requirements are gonna be and to allow us to go without that being completed till next year, but. And, you know, they have most of the common excavation done and most of the borrow hauled. There's no pay item for it, just because we're gonna pay them by, they use a loader scale. So we have to get that information from them, so that's not in this estimate yet, but.
How accurate are those?
It depends, I think, on, they make sure that they clear it out and stuff each time. A lot of times we'll do like random checks on them to ensure that they're getting proper weights.
Neil, you probably know quite a bit about those.
A whole lot better than somebody bringing you 20 yards and they telling you they load 18 and sell you 20. It's more accurate than that.
Okay.
And that's usually the way.
Yeah,
I can get 20 yards on this
Right.
belly dump. Well, they only put put 18 on their check for 20, and then when pay the guy the pit for 18. So
Right, yeah.
it is more accurate than that.
Yep, yeah, because otherwise we'd be measuring trucks and coming up with what we assume is a quantity of what they can haul in there.
It's funny that he doesn't set a scale up there that bit though. 'cause
Well,
there's a
they
lot
were
of
going
people-
to use borrow, and we cross-sectioned a borrow area for it. And then they got all that rain and stuff, and the borrow just turned to slop, so they started bringing in pit run. So that's why we went to the lower scale there with the pit run, so that we could
But I mean,
quantify
if
it.
they're in that main pit he's got, you know, there's a lot of gravel that goes out there. Up there in Anderson's pit, you know, that,
Yeah, he's got a
I
big
think if I
house.
owned that or doing that, I think I'd have a scale set up.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know how, if he's just using a loader, or maybe some of that stuff they run someplace in Wade, I don't know, I guess how they do it for other stuff.
Does the Public Service Commission test that scale?
The loader scales, I don't know, I would assume probably they have to have some sort
If
of.
you're selling something and weighing it,
Yeah.
it usually has to be, you know, Public Service
Certified,
Commission
yeah.
certified, so
Sure.
you can check that.
Yep, yep. So, we have an estimate here of about $26,000 to pay to them. The next one, we'll see how the month goes here, but maybe the next one in December will be their final, possibly pending maybe seeding. Mike was out there actually yesterday, rode through when I was out there, and Glenn is happy with how things have been going.
Looks
They
pretty
worked
good.
with the fence, on the fence with him, yeah. We did add an approach for Glenn, on the, so we could get into his field there, about halfway down the road, or not quite half, on the west side. We added a little approach there so we could get into that field, because we had now back slopes and stuff in there, but there won't be a huge quantity there, obviously it was not a lot of fill in that area, so.
Okay,
Yeah, any
Is
other
there-
questions on it? Right.
is there a motion to do the payment for the alternative route in Juliet Township?
I'll move.
Moved by Mike Christensen, is there a second? Second by Rick. Any other questions to Jessica? I just had one, Jess.
Yeah.
No, I did cut that culvert and the picture up.
Yep.
Was there anything on that?
Yeah, we'll have to figure out, I guess, how to deal with that, if they want to pay you guys directly, so we don't, otherwise I suppose we'll have to do the same thing and turn in an invoice to FEMA and whatever, I don't know what the best way to handle that, but.
I just put it in my book that went to Juliet, that project up there,
Okay,
and a question mark, so whatever.
okay,
Thank you.
we'll figure that out and I'll let you know how to do that, because they're obviously gonna have, we'll pay them whatever that unit price is for that additional 20 feet there.
Any other questions? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Carried.
Okay. Hillside Township. I talked to Dave and he'd kind of gotten some numbers, some rough numbers, I guess, from, yeah. And I guess, maybe what we should do is decide for sure what items we really want to include on that. It looks like you probably can, you know, knowing that he's in the area and stuff, obviously that's gonna reduce the it's gonna reduce your mobilization costs considerably there. Oh, guys, I did not bring plans today. Shoot, I apologize. Yep, yep,
I took mine home for Sherry to get the numbers.
yep. But we were up around like 112 or something for that estimate, but that was with 20,000 on mobilization, topsoil, traffic control. So, you know, there's some things there that if we go a different route or decide to take those out and not have them be included in the project, I think you're definitely gonna be under that 100 there, that you could go that route.
Yeah, because, you know, Cary is 2 miles from the site,
Sure.
you know, so he
Yeah.
said he would, you know, not saying that he wouldn't put any in if it come down to it, I don't think so, but, you know, this is the quantities I give him, you know, he just kind of didn't include water, you know, which, and different things, but,
Okay,
and I don't think I went with topsoil, I really don't know if it's needed there.
okay. Well, and that's.
Is it something that FEMA says we need is topsoil?
What the comments were when we went through this process, the EA process, was that, you know, they recommended you seed it with native grasses and prevent erosion somehow. So I guess to keep, because you went through this process, because FEMA's involved, I recommend that you look at it at least, because we don't want to be jeopardizing those funds there.
No.
Now,
I don't wanna do that.
Whether
But
it's
you know,
something
the road
you
is
can
only
do
this
yourself
high. There's
and,
not gonna be a lot of erosion with water running off. You know what I'm saying, it's a relatively low. And then all of a sudden, where it's, you got a big valley, the slope is, you know, so, I mean, you won't be able to see that. You know what I'm saying, like, we filled in, there's spots where there's a big valley. So that got built up real high,
Mhm.
you know, maybe 6, 8, 10 feet. You know.
Yeah, but they'll have to build the slope as they build the height too.
Yeah, but.
What is it, like
Didn't have
4-1 slope on it?
no, it's 3 to 1,
3
yeah,
to 1,
yeah.
pretty steep.
Yeah. So how are you gonna do that, you know? Where that culverts are, you know?
Oh, they
But
can
if
do
it's something we can do, we can add it on, that's not a problem, you know? But Carrie said black dirt is high price.
Right.
And
So I guess that's
Well,
what we
you
need
have
to
to
make
have
the
to
decision
be
on first is, right, what items we want to look at included in this project, what items maybe the county.
What is
Do you
topsoil, what is it here?
I think I had 12 or 15 on it probably,
Okay, so that would add
and they're probably gonna have to call some in. because-
$7,000 about to the cost
600.
of just for the dirt itself.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what we call it. 15 should be called included.
You know, that would be stripping off what's there to complete their work, and they're probably gonna maybe have to call some in if we have them put it back on those slopes, there might not, there might be some additional needed there.
But the stuff that's there now, we're gonna go grass.
Right, so you're probably looking at importing then too,
That's what it would be.
yeah. So then
wait
you're
a
gonna
minute,
have,
I looked at the wrong, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
650.
654, yeah, it would be $78,000.
and I don't know, maybe is that something that the county wants to look at, that you guys put out some erosion, some fiber rolls or something, or you guys do some seeding there or something, I don't know.
But we got no way to do it.
You know, we don't have the personnel.
And I know seeding FEMA is not going to participate in, because they told me that since it's not steeper than 3 to 1, they won't pay for the seeding. So the seeding, if you do seeding, that would be on you guys, obviously.
So you're thinking that if we left this out, it would be issue?
The
Well,
topsoil?
Topsoil?
I think, well, yeah, I think we need to look at something for erosion control on there, yeah. Just because of what, the process that we went through there,
Yeah, we have to follow what they want.
yeah.
Mhm.